This breaking news to share. Tennis superstar Naomi Osaka fined $15,000 at the French Open today. And the reason? She refused to speak with reporters today following her first-round win over Romania's Patricia Maria Tig. Osaka was threatened by all 4 Grand Slam tournaments with stiffer penalties, including being defaulted if she continues to avoid meeting with the media. Joining me now to discuss this, Dave Zirin, sports editor for The Nation. Dave, this is big. Put this into perspective here. First of all, how did it get to this point? Because Osaka gave a heads up. She told before the tournament, everyone, she wasn't going to be talking to reporters. Why not?
Yeah, Naomi Osaka leveled a very long missive that she sent out, not just to the press, but made very public, that she was dealing with mental health concerns and that the press at these tournaments, and this is not the first time that this has been said, certainly by women athletes in particular, that there is a tremendous amount of pressure that's put on these players by the media themselves, particularly in France. And so Naomi Osaka was saying, I'm not going to do media. Now, she's certainly not the first pro athlete to do this. Recently in the NBA, Kyrie Irving made a lot of noise, but the response to Kyrie Irving not speaking to the media was a regular set of fines. He certainly wasn't threatened with not being able to play or being shut out of the tournaments altogether. And he certainly didn't have to deal with something else Naomi Osaka's had to deal with, which is mocking tweets from the official account of the French Open, for goodness sakes.
Oh, wow.
And this letter that you mentioned, from the 4 major tournaments is absolutely brutal. It's basically like, you're not bigger than tennis. We can take you or we can leave you. So no sympathy, no empathy, no effort to find some kind of common ground. I find the whole thing quite shocking.
Yeah, me too. I mean, with regard to potentially defaulting her, do you think they'd really do that? This is a draw player. The fans love her. She's a top 10 player. She has won international tournaments, some of the Grand Slams. Come on.
I mean, this is so crazy, Alex, because if you'd asked me this question 2 hours ago, I would have said, of course they wouldn't default Naomi Osaka. She's arguably the biggest name in tennis, male, female, what have you. And yet, having read the letter just before coming on the air, it's so dismissive and so arrogant of the very real concerns that she's putting forward. She's not saying, I don't want to talk to the media. I'm only going to produce my own media and release it on my Twitter page. You know, she's not doing anything like that. She's talking about very real mental health concerns and her ability to play the best possible tennis. And I think there's all sorts of ground in her statement, which was, I thought, very charitable, where she's trying to find some middle ground to say, I want to be there for the fans. I also need to worry about myself, particularly in the context of this tournament. And their response is basically to say, yeah, you can go home or not. We don't really care.
Well, look, Dave, I'm sure you've been in those post-match or post-game round robins afterwards with the media. And a lot of times their focus is, so, hey, why'd you lose? Where did you know that you had lost the tournament or lost this match? How do you come back from this? I mean, it's brutal. That said, there will be people who watch this and say, okay, yeah, but she might make $1 million by playing this tournament. So what we want to know is the psyche of a professional athlete. We want to hear about this. How is that going to play out, you think?
Yeah. I've also heard from several members of the media, of the tennis media, who have put forward this point of saying, particularly when you go to a place like France, it's incredibly important among local media, among small outfits. But remember, tennis is huge in places like Eastern Europe, where they send the one newspaper to get the quote from Naomi Osaka. And this is very important for spreading, if you will, the gospel of tennis to all sorts of small towns all across the world, really. And so I get why they see it as that important. But I also think Naomi Osaka would be willing to work with these publications and figure out a way to speak about this post-match and how she's feeling and the rest of it. She just doesn't want to be part of the scrum. And rather than, I'm not even saying they have to totally honor that, but just rather than working with her to figure out a way that she can be at her best for the tournament, which is really what we all want. I'm much more interested in the tennis than how she feels afterwards. I mean, it's really stunning. It's almost like they want it. This is what it felt like to me reading this letter from the 4 tournaments, that they're putting a line in the sand and saying, not only will we not accept this from Naomi Osaka, we're not going to accept this from anybody.
Wow, it is pretty stunning. Dave Zirin, our good friend, it's good to see you again, and I'm glad you scrambled here on a holiday weekend, because this is breaking news. This thing just went down this morning. We were like, what? Anyway, okay, thanks, Dave. Good to see you.